Hello, my name is Dominic Frisby, and today I'm going to tell you about the next Labour U-turn that is inevitably coming, or one of the next U-turns, and how you can make money out of it. Now, remember how the Conservative Party, from maybe David Cameron onwards, effectively abandoned all its traditions to become social democrats. Increased state spending everywhere so that instead of shrinking the state, they grew it. More taxes, higher taxes, more planning and regulation, more quangos and experts, owning the NHS, green subsidies, net zero, social liberalism, MPs who didn't represent the views of the membership, increased immigration, weaker policing, increased crime, and so on. Happy days, eh? And the Tories were so bereft of first principle and so terrified of the left, particularly the left-wing media, that they pandered to it and eventually became it. And the left still hated him. And I remember going on podcasts maybe 18 months ago, making the argument that Labour would do exactly the same thing and lurch right. And after an insert disparaging adjective here first 6 months, which saw Prime Minister Keir Starmer's approval ratings drop even below those of Rishi Sunak, we're now started to see it happen, left, right and centre. The books aren't balancing, suddenly spending is being cut. Not by a lot, but it's happening. Starmer's axed NHS England, something the Tories would never have dared do, criticising 2 layers of bureaucracy. We have what the Independent calls austerity 2.0, with cuts to disability benefits and welfare spending. The foreign aid budget has been cut to spend more on defence. All of a sudden he's a champion of small businesses. He welcomes the fact that the Supreme Court has brought clarity to what a woman is. And that repugnant Donald Trump has morphed into Donald is a great guy. And Starmer's even fixing the potholes. And then, of course, despite once saying that immigration law is racist, now he is securing our borders. If you don't have the right to be in this country, then you shouldn't be here, he said. If you want to live in the UK, you should speak English. Mark my words, I will take back control of our borders. That means cutting migration, ending the use of asylum hotels, and ramping up our efforts to stop small boat crossings. We will smash the people smuggling gangs at source. This is all stuff he's saying on Twitter. Every day there's some new tweet about it. Does that sound like a Labour leader or Nigel Farage? The next right-wing shoe to drop is fossil fuels. Now, Ed Miliband's fantasies of climate justice and clean energy, they're being exposed. I was going to say slowly, but quite rapidly. His green delusion is going to be abandoned. If an economy is to grow, then it must consume more energy, not less. Wind and solar are too expensive, too unreliable. Never mind the damage they do to the environment and the carbon footprint they leave. They're already pledging to paint offshore wind farms black because of all the birds they're killing. Finally, admission of the wildlife these things destroy. Oh my God, they're evil. Now, offshore wind is not going to replace oil and gas. Fossil fuels remain a better, cheaper, cleaner and more reliable source of energy. For an already heavily taxed country that is living well beyond its means, where the growth is the only thing that can save it, needlessly expensive energy is just not possible. And the Reform Party is making the cost of net zero one of its main lines of attack. All Labour has to do, won't work, but to further abandon the left of its party, a process which was already half complete, just as the Tories abandon the right, let Miliband go, which is inevitable anyway, and the reform weapon is blunted somewhat. Nobody will believe them, that's the problem. So all the above is preamble to my main argument, which is that North Sea oil and gas is going to stage a comeback. It is going to happen as sure as eggs are eggs. Political and economic reality mean it is inevitable. Otherwise, the national finances, and with them, the Labour government, evaporate. Power is more important to politicians than adhering to any zealotry or belief system, green or otherwise. The ban on new North Sea oil and gas licences will be lifted. The taxes on North Sea oil companies will be lowered to incentivise activity. It's effectively 78% at present. Are they demented? That's one stat I read. And all those companies that saw their businesses and market caps decimated by this deluded religion are going to make a comeback. Some will multiply many times over. That's what I think is going to happen anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm right. And it also means, for we observers on the foothills of inconsequence, that the time may soon be nigh to buy North Sea oil and gas companies. So what are these companies? How do we invest? I've compiled a full list over on my Substack. I'll put a link in the comments, in the description, or in the comments somewhere where you can find it. And if it's of interest, go over and take a look. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being a subscriber to this channel. If you're not, please do subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll be back with another video very soon. Until then, goodbye. And thank you very much for watching.